Hey, good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to Warhammer Wargaming. Today we're going to take a look at this upcoming Tyranids stuff. It's been out for a couple days, but it's pretty recent. I think they had a preview Sunday and a little bit of look at some of the rules yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, and there's going to be something else coming up. We can see the countdown here. It's going to be time of recording, 1 day and 1 hour from now, so that would be approximately at 1930, or rather 7:30 p.m. for you non-military types, here in the Central Time Zone of the United States. It'd be 2030 for the Eastern Time Zone, and I think what is it, plus 5 hours? So it'd be about, yeah, that would make sense. It'd be right after midnight there. Although it says Wednesday, so maybe it's correcting for time zone. I don't know. I'm not going to figure it out right now. Can't remember off the top of my head what the change is to Zulu time from here. But let's take a look at what we've got here for coming out for the Tyranids. Now, before we do that, though, let me just ask you to like, subscribe, comment down below, and click the notifications bell for more great content from Warhammer Wargaming. It really helped me out trying to make a go with this. I realize that I am not the greatest YouTuber out there. It's probably a lot of work I could do, but I'm trying to work this in with limited time. So if you could just make a few clicks for me, it would be a huge help. Also, I do want to say one other thing about this release in the game, is I am actually pretty shocked that the Tyranids are getting first crack here. I kind of figured it would be the Space Marines. I just always assume it's going to be Space Marines before anything else, and Ultramarines before any of the other Space Marines. But it's not. It's Tyranids, and I'm glad to see that they're getting some work done here, because this bodes well for other factions that are badly in need of a refresh. So let's take a look. Okay, first of all, we got this preview from 2 days ago on Sunday. So they've got this Codex Tyranids. I guess this is what the new one's going to look like here. 47 data sheets, 6 full detachments. Okay, so this means this is probably something we can predict. I would imagine most factions are going to have 6 detachments. It's possible that some, such as Eldari, and don't get mad, I'm only saying that because of Harlequins in Inari, I kind of expect to get their own specialty ones on top of the General Craft Worlds ones. Might get as many as 8. And then some factions like, say, World Eaters might get fewer. But I'm expecting it to be very similar to each other. What I'm not expecting is kind of a past thing, where you had the Codex release all kind of newer rules that index factions just didn't have equivalents to. I think this is just going to be an index broadening rather than an increase in power. Because you're getting detachments that are going to swap out for the index detachment, enhancements, and stratagems, and all new Crusade content. Now, enhancements and stratagems fall, I believe, under the detachment. So, in theory, that could mean 30, assuming that the existing index detachment is 1, which I think is already confirmed. That could mean 30 more enhancements and, I believe, 30 more stratagems as well. However, I don't expect that to be the case. I think that some of the stratagems and some of the enhancements will cross-pollinate across detachments. So you will not see a complete unique set of 6 for each one. And I think that's good, because when you had everybody getting 6 of everything before, plus sub-faction ones and all that, you ended up with a lot of useless stuff. So keeping it down to, I would expect maybe a total across the entire Codex of between 18 and 24 of each enhancements and stratagems. Kind of what I would just guess. And that would be enough to have some variety, because keep in mind, you're only going to be using 6 at any one time. Oh, wait, no. Enhancements are 4 per detachment. I'm sorry, I screwed up. So that would be 20 enhancements and 30 stratagems. So let me revise that. Probably about 18 to 24 stratagems total, with duplicates across some of the factions, and probably right around a dozen enhancements. Sorry, interrupted myself there, but that's kind of what I expect. Okay, now we got some new models. We got the Norn Emissary here. I find an emissary to be a very strange name for a Tyranid, but boss, but whatever. Hive mind usually content to direct its swarms from far, more personal to the Northern emissaries' eyes. So this is a synapse creature, I guess, that is much more closely tied to the central Tyranid hive mind. Okay. Probably a very powerful psyker. Epic levels of speed, strength, and raw psionic power in a single daily package. Probably cost a ton of points and will be roughly, I think this will be similar to a knight. Prey move more slippery than expected than normal. Simulator and drag their coward hides in the dirt with the razor toxin. Psychic powers for all damage. This is probably going to be the obviously going to be the non-psyker version. And we'll probably have about the same defensive profile, but stronger offense. We got the Death Leaper. I think we saw this already. Or is this an older model? Fear and Chaos behind enemy lines, so some sort of scout or deep strike or something like that. Here with the Death Leaper. What are those others? Von Ryan's Leapers? I wonder if this is a relative to them or if it'll be a leader for them, maybe. I don't know. So I don't know that much about Tyranids. When I look at a Tyranid army, I see big monsters, really big monsters, and tiny monsters. And that's all I can about see. The only thing I can really tell you what it is the old Carnifex model, the original one from way back when. The Lictor. Now, this guy has been a staple for a long time. I know about Lictors, but I couldn't tell you what the old one looked like. Panic Savage Window, choice, agile, and stealthy. Yeah, these were always the big stealth creature. They were big but stealthy. Neurolictor. So obviously, basically, it's a psychic lictor, although it was weirdly snake-like, not shaped like the traditional lictor at all. Although it does have the two big clawed arms. And then it looks like, I guess these are new Gene Stealers. Imgarl heads. They'll have an alternate tentacled head you can do. Cool. Reimagines their iconic look. And Gloria said, yeah, I think it looks like a Gene Stealer. That's for sure. Termagants. New Termagants. This thing's pretty cool. This includes a Ripper Swarm. Very cool. Yeah, I was confused about these when we looked at the Leviathan box. If that's a Ripper Swarm. Hormagaunts. New versions. These guys are also... These guys are... Termagants and Hormagaunts are long-term staples of Tyranids list. I guess I lied a little earlier. I could tell what a Termagant looks like. Hormagaunt, I wouldn't have been able to tell you that. Biovore. This is obviously the artillery monster. New version of that. Combat Patrol Tyranids. Okay, so you get a pretty good package there. It doesn't look... Yeah, I don't think there's one of everything up there, but... a lot of the cooler stuff is... Oh, and some of the stuff in here was not up there. Like this thing with the psychic smoke pouring out of its behind. I remember looking at this in the Leviathan box set. I don't remember what it's called. It's going to be pretty cool. They're going to have data cards and a Tyranids dice set. Okay, of course. Very good. Now, this is what I don't get. Warhammer the Horus Heresy. We're also going to... So we're going on to Horus Heresy. And here we are with this little lighter shuttle back. The first time I saw this, I didn't quite catch... I don't know how, because I looked already at the Horus Heresy thing. I was like, what is this doing to the Tyranids? But then we're back to Tyranids here in the Black Library. Wordbearers box set collection. Very cool. Rose in the Darkness. I do want to read this one. Definitely want to read a Sisters novel. Possibly Black Sun. Yeah, I think as far as books, this is the one I want to read. I need to get through the Soul Drinkers one. I'm almost done with the Night Lords. I got a little bit of that left. I need to finish up the Soul Drinkers. Okay. But enough about that. Let's take a look at the previews from inside the Codex. Okay, 5 more detachments to shoot from. So let's take a look. Enraged Behemoths. Each time a Tyranid's monster from your army makes an attack, add 1 of the hit roll if it's below starting strength and 1 of the wound roll if it's below half strength. So basically, it's the Sisters rule, except it's applied to Tyranid's monsters, which are big and tougher, and they're going to hang on to those wounds a lot easier than Sisters. God, they took the Sisters rule and gave it, like, somebody else gets their rule, only better. Okay. That sucks for the Sisters. Okay, Carnifex, Molochs, and Tervigans you'd like. Subject to the rule of 3 is probably what that star asterisk is about. Crusher Stampede. How this... Okay. Oh, this is the Crusher Stampede also. That's the detachment rule. And they get an enhancement, Ominous Presence. Add 3 to objective control. Okay. Potentially that's potentially very handy there. I don't know, but we'll have to see what else they get. Vanguard Onslaught. Detachment requesting tendrils. Turns that are eligible to turn to charge and turn where they fell back. Very handy. Vanguard Invader units with this ability are eligible to charge and turn which they advance. So I can only imagine that this is going to somehow, this keyword is going to be somehow assigned to Tyranid units, because I don't think any of them have that on the data card. Let's see. Death Leaper, Vanguard Prime. Death Leaper will lose the Hunter Organism rule and could be your Warlord. I'm not sure how that's important, but okay. Sure. Why not? Okay, what else we got? Vanguard Onslaught. Okay. Oh, yes, enhancement here. Chameleonic has stealth. Ooh, Vanguard Invader models have stealth. Each time an arrangement, or well, this particular model starts the model that have the benefit of cover. So they get benefit of cover when they're not in cover. Very good. And they get an Assassin Beasts battle stratagem. They, until the end of the phase, melee weapons have precision. So you can basically assign precision to anything you want. Very handy, because you don't have to worry about having your precision right where you need it. They've got Unending Swarm, Assimilation Swarm, and Synaptic Nexus. Okay. So, well, 3 of each anyway. Yeah, like I said, rule of 3 there. And then these will be 3 of the other detachments, plus the invade. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the Vanguard Onslaught, 5 is the Crusher Stampede. Okay, and 6 is the Invasion Fleet. So that's all 6 detachments. And these 3 things here, Unending Swarm, Assimilation Swarm, and Synaptic Nexus will be the other 3, whatever these mean. I guess this is probably going to be the Psyker one. This one is probably oriented primarily on smaller monsters, and I don't know about this one. Well, I'm sorry, I don't have the pointer enabled. Top one, Unending Swarm, probably revolves around smaller monsters. Synaptic Nexus probably around Psykers, and I'm not sure about Assimilation Swarm. Okay, let's look here at this new mission too, Battle for McCrage. Because we are constantly attacking McCrage. Is this this maybe is the original Battle for McCrage, because it was Hyde Fleet Behemoth that did that. So maybe we're just having a flashback here. Muster armies, okay. Is there anything in here really? An attacker splits their army into 3 waves. Total points cost of each wave cannot be more than 500 points in an incursion or 1,000 points in a strike force battle. Okay, so it's you can't have more than half your force in any given wave. One of their ways to be their alpha wave, beta wave, and gamma wave. All of the units of the beta and gamma waves will start the game in strategic reserves. The attacker cannot place any units from the alpha wave in the strategic reserves unless that unit has ability that specifies it must be placed in reserves. Okay, so 3 waves, and you have to start with everything off the table except for your alpha wave. Okay, nothing here looks too unusual. Mission rules, no surrender, no retreat. When a unit from the defender's army is ranged with 1 or more objective, models have the benefit of cover, and the defender can reroll battle shock tests. So you automatically get cover from objectives if you're the defender, and you reroll your battle shock while you're on an objective. At the start of battle, each objective marker starts under the control of the defender and remains so until the attacker controls that objective. Oh, wow. The start of the defender's command phases, if the attacker controls more objective markers than the attacker, the defender gains 1 additional command point. Wave attack. During a reinforcement steps, the attacker's second movement phase, the attacker selects their beta or gamma wave. All units. Oh, you can switch out. You don't have to send beta in second. Okay. All units from that wave arrive. All units in that wave arrive from strategic reserves. All units from the third wave movement. Okay, so they come in on the second and third phase. Okay, I'm just trying to understand this one here. Okay, at the start, they can select 1 or more units from the army that are below half strength. These units is destroyed. They can select, cannot more than 250 or 500. Can't select the Warlord Epic here. So what do you get for this? As you new units. Oh, okay, so your weakened units can come back in. You can embark with intent. Okay, so basically, on the 4th and 5th command phases, if you have units that have been attrited below half strength, but are still on the table. You can kill them, unless they're the warlord or an epic hero, and then get them during their next movement phase. Okay, in the reinforcements. Okay, so it does work on the 5th. At first I was like, why would you do it on the 5th one? Because they won't get it. But it's done in the command phase, and then you, in the reinforcement stuff in the movement phase, you get them back. So little mini Gene Stealer cult effect there. So that's good, because these mission rules for the Defender are very strong. Okay, I see how this is set up. There's an objective. Only 3 objectives, looks like. Okay, this is a very interesting mission. Obviously does not have to only be done with Ultramarines and Tyranids, but I like it a lot. It is a very good mission. I definitely want to play this at some point. I'd like to play it with my Salamanders, preferably against something that's coming. It's not Necrons. Oh my gosh, that attacker rule is just going to be bonkers with Necrons, with them already coming. Well, actually, maybe not, because sometimes they might be accidentally reincarnating themselves back above half strength. I don't know, but it strikes me as it's going to be tough, because you're going to have a hard time attriting them down, is it? So you may have ones that are have one, you kill it all but one model, and then it's back up to half, and boom, now we get the whole thing back. It's like enhanced regeneration for them. Looks tough, but very cool. I like it a lot. I can't wait to try it out. Anyhow, that's what's going on Warhammer Community in regard to the impending Tyranids release. We'll have more content coming up. I'm going to be out of town this weekend, Friday evening through Sunday. Try to have additional videos out on Thursday and Friday, and back at it Monday for Labor Day. So be safe out there, and once again, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below, and click the notifications bell for more great content from Wilderness Wargaming. And we'll see you back here real soon. Bye-bye.